I've blown 3 motors on this car. You don't modify cars like this. All right, so today is about a twin turbo Gallardo that I've been building for 100 years. Literally 100 years it's taken to get my 5-liter twin turbo Gallardo back on the road for, well, I hope more than an hour today. But on the way there, I wanted to show you guys, this is my S-Class, my S63 that E3 Upholstery out in Florida just did all the fresh, brand new orange interior. You know how I am with these orange interiors, all hand stitched, like custom. I mean, I think these new patterns right here are just wicked. Look at what it does to the S-Class. I mean, out of control. The audio in here, we went full focal, all Utopia, except the tweeter, because the Utopia tweeters are this way. So we had to go down one step with the Evo tweeters, but those are pretty sick. Nice Mosconi amp display with the Utopia subs in the back. Pretty nasty build, if you ask me. I mean, honestly, like, this car's built, upgraded turbos, running full E85. This is like a race car with 5 seats, and it weighs like 7,000 pounds, but it is the best car I've ever owned in my whole life. And I think for the rest of my life, I will always want to drive a Mercedes S-Class, except the new one, because that one sucks. This here, twin turbo Gallardo, 2005. It's got a wild build on it. It's in very poor condition right now, because as we've been building it for so many years, I have been wrapping it, painting it, changing the body. So you can see right here, I did the front bumper with the Squadra Corsa look. I've obviously been towing it around everywhere. Interior upgraded to the Performante / Superleggera seats, carbon seats here. I went in, did a little starlight in the headliner. That door panel's off because it's still not finished. And so as we were doing this, I decided that I was going to, let me open the engine lid here. I decided that I was going to take all the purple off and go back to factory colors, because factory to me is like new thing, that's what's in. I know I don't say that with the S-Class because they don't make a cool factory like that. But as far as the wraps, I'm not really a big wrap guy right now. Plus this wrap was so old. I mean, I did it 2.5 years ago. Kyle with CFI, he redid this original Dallas Performance turbo kit. He redid it. He put all these Wiggins clamps on it for me, changed some of the stuff, did some cool royalty emblems on the oil filter housing there. Down here, I've got the old Dallas exhaust still. CFI, he made me a really cool center exit exhaust. But I've got the Squadra Corsa rear bumpers. I did the 2009 upgrade taillights. But the real key here is this 5-liter engine. Now, the 5 liters, dude, you know, it's funny. This is kind of a coincidence that I was making this video, and about 2 days ago, I saw that James Stradman was really close to getting his 5-liter back. And I had just recently spoke to B Rogue, and he needed a little oil pump filter thing. And I sent it to him, a little gear for the oil pump. I was talking to him, and he's like getting a lot of hate because it's taking him so long to build it. And I wanted to kind of like even address that, because it's so crazy that these motors right here, they don't take like 3 weeks to build. Gentani and, you know, Dallas and UGR and Sheepy, they don't mess with 5 liters because they can't put them on the road for a long time. So there's only a few people that'll even mess with a 5-liter engine now, because this platform is so much different than any other platform. Now you guys see it all glitz and glamour online with all the other guys doing their turbo kits and trying to go down the half mile, but you don't see what's happening in the background. You know, those guys that go out to shift sector, they've got 2 to 3 engines and transmissions that are fully built sitting in a trailer, because these things blow up like constantly. I heard that a Datsun DCT gearbox will last upwards of 10 to 15 passes at over 1,700 horsepower. I mean, that's an $80,000 gearbox that every time you drive down the road, I mean, do it a half a mile, you're talking about spending $4,000. Like, that's absolutely insane. People don't realize how crazy it is to build these cars, you know? Everybody's blowing motors. I don't care what shop it is. They can talk all the shit they want, but at the end of the day, nobody has perfected the builds. Now, just because you guys don't hear about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So I've blown 3 motors on this car. Now I finally feel like I got it right? But my power level on this is currently sitting at 1200. Now I want to take it to 1500 and rear wheel drive. I've got a gated gearbox in this car, so it's a little difficult to drive with the clutch that you need to have 1500 horsepower. Right now, I'm gonna push the clutch I have in here because it's kind of like a good balance. But at the end of the day, dude, these are expensive machines. I mean, this car here, I have at least in the engines and the turbo kit and the build, $300,000. So unless you've got a blank checkbook, you don't modify cars like this. The Huracan, you can get 1500 horsepower in a stock engine and throw a billet gear set in your gearbox and just hope for the best, right? You guys are seeing these crazy Huracans go down the shift sector in Texas 2K doing crazy speeds, but they're not like this platform. This is a sensitive platform. Now this might not be the fastest, but let me tell you, it drives 1,000, it sounds better, it feels better, it has more emotion to it. You're connected to that car. So I'm running on a bass tune here, and this is gonna be more of a break-in situation. I'm looking at probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of solid work on this car to get this thing 100% dialed in. I've got to send it to the body shop. This car hasn't been driven in a very, very, very long time. Pre-COVID, this is the last time I drove this car. I'm gonna wait for everything to warm up. This is not an easy car to drive cold. You gotta let everything, oil temps hit up into the more normal operating temperature. You've got coolant, has to get up to 90 degrees Celsius. It's on full E85 right now. So we're going to test what, it's probably closer to, I'm on map number 1. So I think I'm gonna be around 900. I can move it up to 12, but I wanna break in the engine before I break the engine. Starlight's working, it's purple, looks fresh. This is a bass tune, a little less than 900. Right now, I'm gonna let it go a little bit, and we'll get into it on the way back. The acceleration is very smooth, it's very linear. There's no issues right now. I've got good vitals on the car, good temperatures, good operating temperatures. So I'm happy with it. You know, I got to get back, put 500 miles on the car. So I put 22 miles on the car since we turned it on, right? We need about 500 in order for me to really start pushing it, you know, go into the anti-lag and all that other stuff. So remember, you know, that's how you like just floor it and it goes, bah, 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 you know. I've had that license plate since I was probably 21 years old. It was originally on my Lotus, and I transferred it to my this Gallardo because this was like my car. Like, I have been building this car before, honestly, before like we started getting really serious about YouTube. At one point, not this car, but this power plant caught on fire and the car burned down. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Street Arrow. It's a blue 2JZ swap Gallardo. That was actually the original turbo Gallardo that I had. That's the one that burned down. and I sent it to the body shop and I had it redone and it was all orange. I sold it to him and he wrapped it blue or painted it blue, whatever, and put the 2JZ into it. I used it as a display car. So I purchased this car. This is probably 4.5 years ago now. And I put the engine and gearbox and all that stuff, turbo kit. I've got a full Motec M142 in here, the brand new version. I put all that in this body, and I bought this car from Kyle at CFI Designs. And so he had taken the motor out or did something with it, I don't really know. But so I bought this car without an engine. So I went through 2 broken engines, 2 built engines in this car before we got it right. The used engine that I had bought, which was a UGR engine out of a crashed car, that one blew up after like, I don't know, 10 minutes running. It had a problem in the block when it got into an accident. So that one really wasn't my fault. Then I had an engine built by Dallas Performance, and then the founder of Dallas Performance unfortunately passed away, and I think some things went down. They've since fixed everything. I mean, obviously my twin turbo Ventador was just built there, but I am so scared to blow this engine now. I had 3 5-liter Gallardo engines built, and I have 2 stock ones. So I have 5 5-liter Gallardo engines, 3 fully built turbo ones. One's in the car, 2 are spares, and then I've got 2 spare stock 5-liter engines just in case my first ever Gallardo that I owned from 2015, the first rental for royalty, the first of everything. I still have that car in case that engine ever blows. But these are the most sensitive power plants on the planet, and that's why no one touches them. So give everybody some slack for taking years to build them, because it's not their fault. It's just the way it is. You can't get parts, you can't get anything. These engines, just to build, cost $60,000, not including the engine. Like the just doing all the work, pistons and rods and the sleeves and the block and every single thing. These are the most sensitive. So
how much was your billet engine?
Oh, that was $250,000. That was no joke. So I've got a new engine that I'm gonna release in my next car. Okay, so I'm building another race car soon. This one I just wanted to finish. We did it, it's good. It's obviously lasted 23.5 miles so far. So if we can get this thing to last like 500 miles, I'm gonna turn the boost way up and we're gonna get it. Third gear. Fourth gear. Every single inch of this car is built to the max. Fuel system, motor, bottom end, top end, the gearbox, I've got billet, everything billet. Flex plates, every gear is billet, drop gears are billet, everything is billet. So I've got to break that gearbox in before it's very difficult to shift. My clutch already feels a lot better. Third gear. Right here, you just can't beat it, Just want to shift in every gear, just keep shifting.
The Lambo to the golf cart. Do not flip this.
The wheel was already turned.
We've had a bad incident with you flipping things.
I would say this is a great success, all right? I don't know if you know, but I started manufacturing my own wheels for my cars. Let me show you. I'll show you on the Huracans outside. It's called Iconicus Forged. Originally started because I was having a really hard time getting Lamborghini factory wheels about 1.5 years ago. When people curb them, they wreck them all the time. And so people curb the wheels. I couldn't get one wheel. And on eBay, it was like $2,000 or $1,500 or $1,800 for a single wheel. And I was like, man, it's so much money when I can make them myself for less. I ended up not doing cast wheels like the factory. Most factory wheels are cast. Some are forged, it just depends on the car. but we started a full forged supercar line. We actually make a handful of wheels. I've got these ones. We released these ones before the Technica came out, so I don't know what happened there, but I had these wheels on this car over a year and a half ago. But if you go onto my website at royaltyexoticcars.com, you can see my wheels. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because these wheels fit on the Gallardo. So I was thinking, which set of wheels do you guys think I should put on the car? Now, I have every single wheel in stock. I mean, literally, I have thousands of wheels in stock. My partner and I, Kirk, we love these old Defenders, so we make this wheel as well. This is an Iconicus wheel, right? I don't know if you guys have any of these Land Rover Defenders. These fit on most Land Rovers. I don't know exactly every single one, but just in this area right here, I've got a Defender there, I got a Defender here. You know, I guess like kind of the old cool storage cars. The OG H1 still right there. These are some of the Land Rover wheels. We actually sold all of these wheels to a Land Rover build company. So we're getting ready to package these. That's why we got all these boxes here. We're getting ready to package these up. I did just make a super sick new wheel. It's so hard to see, but this wheel right here, this one is dope. And this wheel comes in 2 different colors. I wish I could turn the lights on here, but they went out. These right here are super nice. And we make these in factory, like the silver, right? It's a machine cut face and gloss black centers, right? These fit factory floating center caps. So everything we make is basically factory plus, because we had to build factory spec wheels for all the Huracans, because we had to get them DOT approved and all that stuff when you're renting cars. So, oh, here's that same wheel. This is my favorite wheel we have right now, designed by me. It's pretty dope. Okay, I'll take this one out here. All right. So this is a Huracan wheel, and we've got this in a Urus as well. Look at that thing, so sick. I was thinking these were the wheels I was gonna put on the Gallardo, and like I was gonna put these wheels on everything because I just designed those and they're super sick. So I have them in bronze. I've got them in this machine face, and I have them in all black. We have them in Ferrari wheels. We don't have any SLS wheels. These are some classics. But these right here are our wheels. So we make OEM factory replica wheels. They fit on the 599, which I actually have on my personal 599 right back here. And so look at this. Sick, right? These fit factory 599, offsets. These are no spacers on here. Offset in the rear, slammed, super dope. You could go a little more aggressive in the front. I didn't, because I didn't want to rub. I lowered my car a little bit, so I could go 5+ millimeters in the front if you wanted to. But look at those wheels. These are basically replica or factory inspired 4 or F8 wheels that fit on all classic Ferraris that can take a 20-inch wheel in the rear. 20 by 12 and 20 by like 9.5. Here's the rear, right? Runs a 305 35 or 30 20. No, 305 35 20 on a Ferrari, 305 30 20 on a Huracan. But anyways, look, I'm not trying to sell wheels in the world, but I think you guys, if you have one of these cars and you need to buy some wheels, let me know, because they're all here, right? They're all in stock. Oh, these are my Huracan wheels I was telling you about. These are matte black machined. So this was one of these, this is my first set. That was my prototype set right here. And look at the concave in the back. Concave in the back is sick. I have to go back to work. I could make videos all day, but then no work would get done, and then I wouldn't be able to pay Mario's payroll. So, bye.